Dallas home for podcasts, live streams, and unfiltered conversations. This is Dallas On Air.
The Groove, a podcast that's a transformational show about dance and a people's journey to success. That's just a vibe. Welcome to the couch.
The Groove, sponsored by the flyest station in the nation, flyradio.com. Your station for music lovers. Listen live 24 hours on flyradio.com. Download our app from the Google Play Store for talent or advertising opportunities. Please call 773-FLY-DIVA, otherwise known as 773-359-3482.
Some stories are told with words, others with a different language. The groove. Feel the rhythm, embrace the moment. On Dallas On Air.
Welcome to the couch. I am super excited to have this version of our show. I have some lovely ladies, and we're going to introduce them to you. All of these ladies are honorees. They receive some type of honor for their time with the graduation class based on what they've shown us, all of the instructors that had voted to give them these prestigious awards. So I will start with Shonda Clark. She received a Rising Star for Chicago Stepping. Jasmine Jemison. She received a Rising Star for Swing Out. Kathy Henderson. She received the Salutatorian for Swing Out. And then to my right is Lynn Fisher. She received the Valedictorian Reward, and she was also the president for the Insatiable Elegance graduation class. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Glad that you've come.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. We're going to talk about a few things that you all are very familiar with. Your journey to get to this culmination of a graduation. So, Shonda, how long have you been with me?
About 3.5 to 4 years.
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years.
Okay. Jasmine?
On and off, about 3 years.
Okay.
Well, 3.5, 4 years almost.
I think it's a little bit over four
Okay.
years.
Wow, it's been a long time that you all have had to deal with me. But I'm super excited. One of the things that I want everybody to know about you is how you came to come to my class. So, Lynn, I'll start with you.
Okay.
I know the story, obviously, but you all don't. You don't have to mention names. But
Yes.
how did you end up being at Groove Theory Dallas?
Well, when I started my journey, it was like actually in 2019. And I was going to another instructor, Tom Runnels. And we had met a plateau at being beginners. And so we ended up, coming to Groove Theory a couple times, and we saw you, and you kind of recruited us, my husband and I, and we started coming to your class, to learn more of the intermediate and advanced dancing.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Kathy?
For me, me and my husband had gone to my sister's 60th birthday party and was asked to dance, and it was not good. So on the way home, we decided, okay, we need to take dance and make it look better. So I Googled swing out dancing in the car on the way home, and your name popped up. I called you that Monday morning, and I heard this voice, and I was like, ooh, we got to go there. And so, yeah, we've been there ever since.
Jasmine?
I
heard about your class from, I believe she goes by Buttercream Curry.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about you from her, and then might have been maybe 1 or 2 years later, and then finally I was like, I'm going to class. I'm going to see and branch out, and I went, and I'm here.
So I relocated here in 2019 and Googled. I first lived in Frisco, so I Googled. I wanted to continue stepping and wanted to take a class somewhere. No class popped up when I was in Frisco. I relocated to Plano, and your class popped up. Your class was the first class that popped up. And so here I am, and of course your face. I said, "Oh, he's handsome, and he dressed nice. Let's go."
Well, speaking of dress nice, so this is the Groove original. This is the first time that I've ever worn a bow tie on the show, and so I want to share with you why I'm wearing this bow tie today. So Shonda gave this bow tie and pin set to me as a thank you gift from her graduation. So this is her gift to me from being her instructor. And so if you can't tell, this bow tie is made out of feathers, and so is the pin. So it's crafted and designed specifically for that. So this is why I'm wearing a bow tie today. Nice. And when I saw it, I said, oh, I have some clothes that'll go exactly with that. And I have never worn, no one's ever seen me wear in about probably 10 years, a olive-colored suit. So this is the first time that I've worn this suit in a long time. I took it out of retirement. But what I wanted to talk to you all about is, as you all know, I'm a perfectionist in everything that I do.
Yes, we know.
And I haven't said this to you all, but I've said it to the crowd and to the audience, is that in order for, as an instructor, to facilitate adults, there's a lot of growth that has to come from that. The way you interact, the way you shouldn't interact, how you govern yourselves, how you try to meet people where they are, and then give them some type of motivation to continue on that journey. So as we did that, you mentioned Tanya Buttercream Curry. I started teaching because I learned the dance in one day, and I didn't like the way the dance looked. It looked rushed. It looked hurried. There was a lot of peacocking going on. And as a dancer, I said, this is not good. It's not a good look. So there was always one person every time I went out I would dance with. And I loved her dance. And I said, oh, okay. So I said, I'm going to decide to teach dance because I want dance to look elegant. Because of the events that I go to and attend, I want us to be able to showcase our culture of how we look elegant and sophisticated and classy and all of those things that people are alluring to. So I asked Tanya Buttercream Curry, I said, hey, I'm going to start teaching swing out, and I want you to teach my beginners. She immediately said, okay, let's do it. Now, she lived on the other side of town. So she goes, well, what are we going to call ourselves? I said, well, the name that I'm going to go with is Groove Theory. But I'll make a twist on our names. So we were initially known as Groove Theory, Caught in the Act.
Oh,
Adrian, Carson, and Tanya Curry. Or you can go backwards. It's Tanya, Curry, and Adrian.
Wow.
okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's how we got started. And we got started in a club called Azure. I was there all of 1 week and didn't like it. I didn't like it because I knew in that environment that I could not sustain a class.
Okay.
So I said, no clubs. Then I went to a lounge. And I was at this lounge. It's about as big as this studio.
Wow.
And it was an aisle a bar, an aisle, and benches. I will show you pictures of it. It was called the Red Room. I would have 45, 50 people in there learning class in front of a bar. And I said, this isn't going to work. So I went to an event at the studio, which was called Sandanga at the time, and I met Robert. And I said, hey, Ryan said, hey, there's a studio I'm at. I want you to come. I was like, okay, let's go. So I met him up there, introduced me to Robert, and Robert's like, so what type of dance do you do? Ryan was like, he knows all of them. He's a certified teacher.
Wow.
He needs to be here.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, you're certified? I was like, yeah. He goes, I didn't know that they had certifications. I said, well, in New York, you can't teach if you're not certified. In California, you can't teach if you're not certified. So I taught in both because I would be going back and forth. So that's how we came to be at the studio, and we haven't left outside of the renovations. Okay. But the reason why we're here is to talk about the graduation. Yes. So when we started, and before I transitioned to Tanya, I wanted everybody to have a culmination of you've completed all of what I want you to complete, and I wanted to introduce you to the dance society that already kind of knew who you were, but didn't know who you were.
Right.
And so I said, well, I want to have a graduation. And in these graduations, I don't want it to be like what I went to. When I went to swing out graduations, it was worse than our practice. It was an instructor calling out moves in front of 80 people. Half turn, full turn. I was like, oh, that's not good. And they were all excited about the graduation. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's practice for us. Wow. I said, that's okay. Let me get people right, and then we're going to have a graduation. So the first graduation we had was at a Holiday Inn, that, as you all saw the videos. Yeah. And that graduation had 250 people there. Mm. And that was the smallest crowd we've ever had at a graduation. Okay. And that was in 2012. Right. And so everyone understands now that there's a level of excellence that I shoot for. And so when I was trying to convince you all, because at one point, almost all of you all wanted to quit for one reason or another. I'll raise my hand because it was probably something related to me and me being a tactician about dance.
Probably.
Absolutely. Probably. Most likely. However, at the end of the day, you all came back. But I know that I've been talking about this vision for you for a while, and you're like, are we ever going to graduate? Are we? When the time is right, we'll graduate. But it has to be right because I need to make sure that things are in order. And so when I started looking to have a graduation, I postponed it because the hotel I was looking at had closed. So I said, okay, I need to find an arena where we can stay that's not flat. So for like 6 months, some people were sending me recreation centers, and I was like, that's not an option. Some people were sending me community centers.
Some people was me.
That's not an option. Just have a graduation. And I'm like, no, we don't just have graduations. We have productions. And so everyone's like, well, whatever, I just want to graduate. I don't care about your production. And I said, you know what? Yeah. I was telling my team, I said, you know, they were laughing. They're like, they have no idea what you have in store for them. They have no idea. I said, no, they're going to learn. They stick around.
Yeah.
They'll learn.
Do not know your vision.
And so I found a place, obviously, where we were at. And during that time, I said, oh, this is perfect. I'm never going anywhere because that's perfect line of sight for everyone, where all of the other places, although we were hosting 350 people, it was just a straight ballroom floor and everybody was around and the people in the back had to stand up. And I was like, that's not a good experience for what we're charging and expecting people to do to look a certain kind of way. Right. So found this venue and I was like, okay, let me pick a date. The date had to do with, as a promoter, I had to look at what was happening from a seasonality perspective, what happens with mothers with kids at these times of year, as well as the advent of school. So I came up with the date the week before Labor Day, because everybody be in town. because the following week everybody is gonna be out.
Right.
So everybody can be here. So that's how I chose the date. So that's kind of a little behind the scenes of how I did it. So what we're going to do is we're going to show some pictures real quick, and then we're going to get your feedback on the pictures. And these are the pictures of the graduations. We showed some of the pre-graduation pictures leading up to the graduation, but these are the pictures that were captured at the graduation. Please enjoy. So this is just a preview of how it was. It was a sold-out event. Everybody was looking gorgeous. Everybody was looking beautiful. The ladies were looking amazing. The gentlemen were looking dapper. Everybody looked their best.
Yeah.
And the place was lit up. Now let's talk about these routines that were choreographed.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Oh, wow.
What people don't know about me is, as a dancer and a choreographer, I need a backdrop of what's going to come out of my head that I don't know. And so for Shonda, and Joseph, I had to really, really talk to them and get them to give me music so I can understand the pace that they wanted to move to. Because it's important that they are comfortable. So I took that and I said, okay, well, I'm going to play with it. And so Brian Steppen B got with him, because he's also a DJ, and I said, hey, this is kind of what I want. Give me your version of what I want, because you know how I am, and let's see what it comes out to be. And he gave me exactly what I wanted at the first time.
That's good.
So I sent them the music, and I said, this is the music. And they're like, oh, it's different. Yeah, it's not going to be what you gave me. But it's going to be something that we can put you on a canvas for. Same thing for you all. I didn't ask you because you all have been with me for so long, so I knew what I played in class, and I knew what you liked. One of the things that I wanted to do, though, that was very important to me, and I'll give her a shout out, is Kay Yvette. I love her song Down. And I knew that based on the lyrics and the melody and all of the things that engulfed in that song, I wanted to tell the story of how Groove Theory Dallas, a.k.a. Insatiable Elegance, will be down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we're about to come out.
Right.
And so I took her song and I worked with my favorite DJ Bubba Ye, and I said, hey, we're at his house, and he goes, you like this? I was like, no, I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like that, like we always do. Excuse me. And then all of a sudden, he goes, okay, let me play with it. I know what you want and what you don't want, and then we'll come together at my house again. Played it. That's it. That's it. It had the breaks I wanted. And so I took the music first, and then I started choreographing. So when you watch the routines and all of them, there's breaks in the music that's significant to certain moves that tells the story. So in doing that, nobody liked me. I had stern conversations with adults, and people got in their feelings. And I would say, leave your feelings out. But I'm talking to people that are emotional because they have years tied in. And so when I was talking to my team, I said, you know what? They were like, they have no idea what you're about to do for them. I said, they don't. They think everybody has an opinion, but they have no idea what I'm going to do for them. And so when you're going through this, how much did you like me?
Probably about 10% of the time.
That's about right. That's about right. Because as a dancer, I didn't care for my choreographer much anymore, but I had to do it. Jasmine?
I just go with the flow. Yeah, I just go with the flow. Yeah.
Kathy?
Come on, Kathy.
It really didn't bother me because I understood the process. I mean, I know I gave feedback, but I had to understand the vision. So yeah, I did give some pushback, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Lynn?
Well, I just sit back and, observe and just try to do what I can do. I didn't know your vision, but kind of trusted that from past graduations that it would be awesome. And so, yeah, I'm like Jazz. I just kind of went with the flow of things.
How was it being the president? You had to be the voice of me. And just so everybody understands the role of the class president that's selected by the class, by majority, is in order for them to get the message sometimes, I have to be silent and have somebody speak through a conduit, which is the president of
Right.
relaying information, conveying information. Now, she does nothing autonomously. So if you all thought that she was doing it autonomously, it was me speaking through her and her taking it and massaging it and sharing it with others. But what was that chore like being president?
Well, I can say it was definitely an experience. I remember in class one time before we even, nominated a president, how some of the instructors said it was really, hard work, and I'm like, okay. But when I had jumped into it and, got elected president, at first it was like, going really smooth. And, okay, I can do this, I can do that. And but keeping up with, like, the ticket bud management tool for all the tickets and, helping getting that set up. And then when it came to the tables and the picking up the dresses and, the guys' outfits and girls' shoes, and it got to be like overwhelming at some points, but I try to compartmentalize my mind and just be like focus on this task first and then go to something else. So it was definitely something that I kind of, at first, a little, uneasy, I guess, about, but then it just kind of just flowed. And I know that, I've managed in the past at work, maybe not 30 grown adults, but, I did that chore at work. So I just, trying to be organized and, and help my classmates as well with questions or, things that they, had questions about or ideas, for the dresses. And it got to be fun once we started picking out items and, back and forth text about what they like. So guys were pretty easy. They just sit back and,
Chill out.
Yeah, yeah.
Good. So thank you for sharing that. It's important for people to know that when you're dealing with adults, and keep in mind, everybody has careers that they are very successful at, and this is just a pastime. That's all this is.
Right.
And I take it seriously. So pastimes are fun, but work is the work for me. One of the things I wanted to share with everyone is I mentioned Kay Yvette, which is a national recording artist that we support every opportunity we get. But her husband, Kevin Franklin of KMG Photos, was one of our photographers. He was my photographer for the event, and he's done all of my graduations. But what he didn't know, and no one knew outside of the class, is that I use his wife's work as a canvas. So we're going to show a quick snippet that someone captured of Kevin when he was supposed to be working and snapping pictures, and he heard the song his wife is the artist of playing. Please enjoy. That was Kevin hearing his wife's song at the graduation. Then he said, "Hey, you played the song?" I said, "Yeah, I know. I didn't tell you. I wanted to see the look on your face." He goes, "Did you?" I said, "Kevin, I choreographed everything. You know that."
It was a great moment.
It was a great moment.
It stood out. One of the best moments of the night, I think.
So, how was the feedback you received from your guests? I know that our process was they come in, they check in, we escort them to their tables where their nameplate is and all that other kind of stuff. Great job on that, Kathy. Thank you for the nameplate.
Thank you.
Everybody chipped in. What was the feedback you got from your guests, Shonda? Your guests probably came from the furthest, I would probably imagine, you and Joseph.
Well, my mom was here, so I was ecstatic that she was able to see me dance because her growing up, she and my father danced, they bopped.
Okay.
So I wish my father could have come, but he couldn't. But my mom got a chance to see me dance, and
That's great.
it's very emotional. Sorry.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
My son was here. He too, I tried to teach him stepping, but oh no. But they came from Chicago to see me. And the rest of my guests, everything was just, everybody had nothing but great things to say. And in the end, even my 10% of the time not liking you, in the end, it was a night to remember.
Good.
Yeah.
Jazz.
My family loved it, and they couldn't stop raving about the popcorn. The kids loved it. My mom was loving it. She was like, the popcorn, and everything like that. My daughter loved it because she loves the spotlight, so she was everywhere on the floor.
That is my friend. I got 3 good hugs.
But yeah, they said it looked really elegant. They loved just walking in and just seeing the whole scene laid out and seeing everything that I had been going to. They're like, "You're going to practice again?" So to see it full circle, they were really happy.
Good. Kathy?
Oh, yeah, my family and friends, I mean, we had 2 tables full of people. My sister was here, which was great to see, for her to see us dance. My daughter and her boyfriend got to see us dance for the first time. I had my classmates from the police academy, which was very special for me, for them to be here. I was just overwhelmed to see them, for us to be in one place at one time again. That was wonderful. And they really enjoyed being here, seeing me dance together, to learn this dance with my husband. It was great. I just loved it. I hated my older daughter couldn't be here, and my older sister, but you know, we just had a great time, and I just appreciate you having this, giving us this opportunity so our family and the community could come together. Yeah. Another special guest was Lady Champagne and her husband, DJ Smooth. Lady Champagne is a legend, really, in the dance community. She was one of the ones who helped orchestrate the swing out dance. So I was glad to have her as a guest too. So good. She had a good time.
She did.
She did.
Yes. Silver Fox.
Gorgeous, yes. So we got to dance with her and her husband. It was a special time.
That's cool.
Yes.
Lynn, how about your guests?
Yeah. I had a lot of guests. My family, my husband and I, our family, one of our daughters, co-workers, really showed up. And I had some of my sister-in-law travel from Austin to get there. They had a great time. I think they were the rowdy bunch in the graduation with the comments and and the hurrahs and cheering. So Mike and I were really, really happy for them to see, you know, all the practicing, what it ended up being for us. Mm-hmm. I know I have one coworker that she said, anytime y'all have something like this, please let me know. I'm coming. You know, she had a great time. They said the food was great, which it was. And once again, the popcorn, that was a big hit. The pickle popcorn, I guess, was one of the ones that, the dill pickle. But everybody really enjoyed themselves. I'm going to piggyback on Kathy. If it wasn't for you, we would never have experienced this. And we're grateful for you and to the instructors for helping us through this journey.
Likewise, we're family. We did it together.
Yes, we did.
We can ask you to do something. If you're not going to do it or decide not to do it, there's no graduation.
Exactly.
So it's always been a team effort. One of the things that I love about our family, our Groove Theory Dallas family, is you had former students flying in from California, Florida, Michigan. You had former students escorting your guests to their tables.
Yes.
You had former students or graduates, former graduates, dancing with you all.
Yes.
And so I know they told you what to expect, and you don't know what to expect. And I said it's going to be over quick, and you're like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And before you knew it was over, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Yes.
It's the longest 5 minutes of your life and the shortest after you do it.
Exactly.
So the whole goal was to give them an experience, not that they haven't had great culminations, but to make sure that this graduation, because we haven't had one in 6 years, make sure that this graduation superseded everything we've done before, because we want to continue to ascend. So as you all graduates tell the next class, Just hang in there. Some of them came to support you that are students now. I doubt if they miss a class because now they want to be you. And so if you don't know what happens with the Groove Theory Dallas graduation, it's like us, the students, the graduates have won the Super Bowl. And so they go on a world tour. So everywhere they go, they're revered. Everywhere they go, everybody wants to dance with them. Everywhere they go, they can't be unnoticeable anymore because of the Groove Theory Dallas standard that they know you all exemplify. So we're going to have breaking news tonight. Breaking news is I have received the video. It's not final of the graduation. And so for those of you who chose to tune in with us on the couch for the Groove, this is going to be their first time seeing the video as well as yours. Enjoy the video for the Insatiable Elegance graduation class.
Get ready. It's almost time.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
There's still a few more editings that I want to see done, but I want to thank the videographer, Mr. Travis. I want to thank Kevin Franklin of KMG Photos. I want to thank the professional dancers, Israel Pena and Lisa Holt, Cami and Alexi, Maria and Eric, Brian Steppenby. All of these people came to support my vision, to support you. And I hope that the way that they saluted you at the end of their performances let you know how special you are. Because this is something that they've been waiting for me to invite them to. And this is in the middle of their competition season. So I was super, super fortunate that they said, I don't care what it takes, we're going to be there for you, and we want to dance for your graduates. So we're all about dance. And so I'm glad that you all were pleased with our efforts. I'm glad that you all were pleased and your guests were pleased.
Very.
And I'm glad that you all like my popcorn bar.
I know, right? We didn't know, yeah. We talked about that popcorn bar.
Good.
A lot, and then we were like, okay, it must be very special. And it was. It was.
Yeah, I didn't get any.
Oh, don't worry. I got you covered. So what would you tell students now that are in class or that are thinking about coming to our various classes? What would you tell them? There was a new student yesterday.
Show up. Show up and show out when you come.
Okay.
Be yourself. Make mistakes, but just enjoy the moment. For whatever it is, enjoy it.
I would say be committed, practice, and just do it for the love of the dance. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and I would say, people that love the dance, they love music. And a lot of times you may not find the music that you want to groove to, but if you show up and, like I said, be committed and just sit back and absorb everything and learn the best you can, you'll get there. Because I was looking at videos the other day with my sister-in-law on my beginner videos with Mike and I, and it was amazing just to see how far we've come since 2019. So those are some keepsakes for sure.
Well, it is always every instructor to get to a point where he can share with the ladies, and all of these ladies, keep in mind, are honorees. They've shown that their commitment to their dance, their commitment to putting the dance in front of them, as well as dancing like nobody's watching, is what had us voting you for these categories. And people know how stringent I am of giving anything away. And so I want you all to understand how much you deserve all of it and all that comes with it.
Thank you.
And with these things, you will be having conversations with me about joining the Groove Crew in some form of capacity, if you so choose to or desire. But this is kind of what we wanted you to understand and see based on what we've done and their level of commitment to their dance, which is not singularly focused but holistically wide, because they can go anywhere in groove and they will be admired by anybody watching them.
Yes. I like that. Yeah, it feels good. It really does to see that we've accomplished this. Yeah.
So did you get a chance to enjoy the graduation afterwards?
Yeah, a little.
Not really, huh?
No, we were tired.
So
by that time.
So they were exhausted because now they had to visit with their guests, and we had to take pictures, and there was a little bit more work. But when you go back and you look at it, and when you get all of these pictures, it is definitely well worth all of the things that you endured during this journey.
Exactly.
And people envy you now. I hear people asking me about your dance. And I remember when all of you all found somebody you liked, said, I want to dance like her. And I was like, no, you're going to dance like you.
Right.
And then you dancing like you, guess what they're going to want? they're going to want to dance like you because they admire your dance. You all danced brilliantly. And as an instructor, that's what you want to share. You don't want to tell people you were okay. You don't want to tell people you were good. If you do, you'll do that not on air. But you all danced brilliantly. So you should be very proud of yourselves, very proud of the accomplishments. Oh, and they're really excited because now they only have to pay half price at class now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's another carrot.
$5.
$5. $5. Other than that, I'm so glad that you all joined me. I'm going to see if I can get the men together,
Cool.
all two of them, to see if their schedules will allow them to come on. But for me, it's always ladies first.
Yes.
Ladies are the ones that's committed, regardless of what sports season is on. So I'm glad that you all joined me. I'm glad that you're part of the Groove Theory Dallas family forever. And I am so super excited when I watch you dance. The confidence that just exudes you, can't tell you anything. And guys are lining up. So when we hung out, I saw guys passing other women coming to you all.
Cool.
And that's your life from now on. So be careful and have discernment.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us on the couch. We're glad that you had an opportunity to see the debut of the Groove Theory Dallas Insatiable Elegance graduation video. It will be coming out soon. It will be on the website, groovetheorydallas.com, or the YouTube channel, Groove Theory Dallas. Until we talk to you again next week, have a blessed day, and thank you for joining us on the couch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Say bye, lady.
Bye.
Some stories are told with words, others with a different language. The groove. Feel the rhythm, embrace the moment.